So this was a 2018 Toyota Camry that had a aftermarket condenser, and it failed on the customer out on road just after leaving a body shop. And this is the Toyota that has that little clip. Let's see if I can see it through the grill. No, I don't think I will be able to take a picture on this one, but I made many videos on this little clip that fails. The aftermarket manufacturer does not give you that new plastic clip. You are to destroy it and rip it out. You are not to try to save it and you reuse it. The manufacturer, when you buy a new OEM Denso condenser, it gives you the new O-rings so you don't damage O-rings or have a leak. Aftermarket doesn't give you that either. Aftermarket leaves you up shit creek without a paddle. Now, unfortunately, like in this situation, the body shop has a working symbiotic relationship. They signed a contract with the insurance company to do work for them. The insurance company commands the body shop to use cheaper aftermarket condensers, but we're not supposed to use the word cheap. They're supposed to use words like economy part, value priced. Bullshit. A lot of them are garbage, and the body shop can't do anything about it, because if they're on their knees sucking cock to the insurance company, they kind of have to do what their butt buddy tells them to do. So in this situation, it failed. Now I think they put the OEM one on there, and they've done this before. I think I've had, like, this is the third one at this shop, and they're all aftermarket. I released a couple of videos before at another shop. They got a couple all aftermarket, and it's constantly causing comebacks, car rentals, really upset customer, because the customer is going to point the finger at the body shop, thinking the body shop did poor workmanship and might give them a bad star review in Yelp, or when the insurance company sends this customer a piece of paper, how do you rate your repair with our direct repair, he might give them a really low score because of this. But it was an insurance company in the first place with a bunch of couch potato engineers they hire, with office bean counters who don't know their ass from the hole in the ground, saying, oh look, this part over here, it's cheaper, put the cheap one on. Cheap means good. And so the poor body shop has to do and, give them their blowjob so they could save money and put that part on. Now it fails. Well, how does the body shop explain this scenario to his customer? Mr. Customer, your insurance company commands me, and that we're direct and we're told to put this part on. The body shop is in a precarious situation where he doesn't want to say anything bad about his insurance company who's making his direct repair for in front of his customer, so the customer bitches at the insurance company and leaves and go to somebody else. So it's all about the money. And this is what happens when people who are nothing more than bean counters, office personnel, paper pushers, and phone answers are making decisions on mechanical operations parts, especially when they have a physical being, like alternators, drive shaft, brakes, radiators. Those are all, they have a physics that deals with them, has to do with the operation of the vehicle. Some of it's safety, some of it's comfort. Sheet metal you could get away with a little bit, other than I see when they use some of the aftermarket sheet metal and lenses, they don't line up right, and then the body man has to waste a lot of time shimmying and grinding and putting washers on, and maybe they have to bend and repaint an aftermarket body panel so the lines come out straight when it comes down and it's nice and straight, because they used aftermarket instead of OEM. So then somebody's losing money. It's either the shop or the body man. Maybe he's on a kickback or a bonus, or how much time he beats something, but you give him aftermarket parts and it makes a comeback or makes him spend an extra hour or two, makes the paint guy do a repaint because it didn't fit right the first time, and he has to come back and repaint it, and they have to readjust something, all because the insurance company, you as a body shop are nothing more than the insurance company's little bitch. And so you got to do what they say up to a certain point. But how many times is the body shop going to get egg on their face and look bad in the customer by keep being asked to install parts that are not that great? Luckily they're not in mechanical or in dealing with drivability, electrical, or airplanes. If body shops were in charge of airplanes, every day there would be airplanes falling out of the sky. With the way they repair cars, literally there'd be planes and helicopters raining down every day if body shops were in charge of doing technical mechanical repairs on aircraft. Thank God they're not. And this is where if the owner doesn't do the work themselves and can't train his employees, the owner is responsible. The owner is at fault. The owner is the one who does all the problems. The owner causes everything because he's incompetent. So if you have an incompetent owner, incompetent owners on the majority of the times, not all the time, there are some exceptions to the rule, hire incompetent people and they're not capable of training them because cheap. You know this word cheap? Lazy and ignorant. It all goes together. And okay, that's enough on this one, but this is a redo. And just like all my other videos on redos of condensers, it's all due to the same thing. Save the dollar. See you guys.